Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So the Cleveland, Ohio card on DAZN ended with the local hero, Montana Love, being disqualified in the sixth round against Steve Spark of Australia. And I suppose this is considered an upset because Love was previously undefeated, 18 wins, no defeats and a draw, whereas Spark came in with 15 wins and 2 defeats. One of his 2 defeats was in 2021 in July. He got stopped in 3 rounds by Tim Tszyu, but he took that at very, very short notice. And I think Tszyu is, what is he, a super welterweight? Tszyu, yeah. And these were super lightweights, you know. So the super lightweight was jumping up, taking on Tszyu, getting stopped in 3 rounds. Apart from that, the only other defeat on his record was in his second fight. He lost a majority 4-rounder. And Spark is one of those guys who's been looking for opportunities, and he finally got it against Montana Love in Love's hometown. Now, Love, very flashy, covered head to toe in tattoos, walked to the ring with a brass band playing, and there were 3, girls sort of wobbling in all the right places, so to speak. And Love, with his shades on, who's this guy, Steve Spark? I'll take him. I'll spark him out. No problem, Spark had other ideas. Steve Spark, no nonsense Aussie. When they got in the ring and the fight started, Spark looked absolutely huge. I mean, he looked like, I don't know how the hell he gets down to super lightweight, but he does. And he was the stalker. He was the one looking to land the punches. He was the hunter. And Montana Love immediately, southpaw by the way, Montana Love, whereas Spark is orthodox. Montana Love was the guy who was looking to counterpunch, looking to be slick, looking to sort of slip and slide, move and pot shot. Well, the first round, not a great deal in it. I gave it to Spark. But in the second round, the fight explodes because Spark lands a right hand. Montana Love tries to sort of slide along the ropes out of trouble, but Spark's all over him. And Montana Love mistimes he's going one way, even then he wants to slide back to unbalance Spark, but he actually manages to walk into another right cross, which puts him over. And he hit the floor quite heavily, Love did. It wasn't a flash knockdown. He got up, his legs looked a bit wobbly, didn't look right, but he managed to sort of fiddle his way, if you like, to the end of the round. But definitely, that was a wake-up call. And Love actually, he won a 12-round decision in his previous fight, and he was down in the second round of that fight as well. So I suppose you could say we have to put a question mark over his chin. But his recuperative power seemed okay. He got up in the third round. I think it was more of the same with Spark sort of hunting down, Love trying to move and be slick. And the fourth round as well. I thought actually Montana Love, I think it was the fourth round, actually settled down and started to control the range much better and impose his style onto the fight more. But in the fifth round, there was a little cameo where Love was trapped in the corner by Spark. He landed, and Spark, as soon as I'm going to use the phrase, as soon as the spark is lit, the spark. Yeah, all right, I won't go there. But as soon as he lands a punch, Spark explodes. He really lets his hands go. And there are long periods of inactivity, but then once he's in range, bang, 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 a salvo of punches. And he got Montana Love in the corner and he starts unloading. And Montana Love he wasn't hurt. He did actually land one, well, I think it was a hook. It was like a counter hook or a check hook. But that didn't stop Spark. He just kept Love in the corner. In fairness to Love, he wasn't badly stunned. He did look perturbed, but he managed to get out of the corner and see out the round. But clearly, after 5 rounds, Steve Spark, I had him 4 rounds to 1 up. And he was doing fantastically well, You just felt that if he was a bit busier, he could put even more heat on Montana Love, because clearly there was a lot of wrestling, a lot of mauling in this fight. And I got the feeling that Love didn't like that. He wants a nice, slick fight. Steve Spark, being the bigger man, physically stronger, he was going to impose himself on Montana Love. And he was doing that. And after 5 rounds, I thought he was 4 rounds to 1 up. Well, then everything explodes in the 6th round, because less than 10 seconds in, there's a clash of heads, and Montana Love has a cut above his eye. So the doctor looks at it, and the commentators said that Montana Love said, "I can't see out of it." I didn't hear that. I mean, I actually heard Montana Love say, "Yeah, I'm all right, don't worry about it." But mate, I don't know what went on. But weirdly, the doctor said, "I'll give you another minute." Well, a minute for what? I mean, I didn't understand that at all. And the fight resumes in the 6th round, and both of them just go hell for leather. And within seconds, they're mauling again, and they're on the ropes. And if I remember rightly, Steve Sparks got his arm around the back of Montana Love's neck, and Montana Love, with his free arm, pushes Spark off him. They're against the ropes. Spark flips over the top rope and lands safely, thankfully, ringside. And he's sort of like, I think he spread his arms as if to say, "What the hell was that?" He's all right. He actually landed on his feet, thank goodness. But he got straight back in the ring. He didn't milk it. He was like, now, the referee isn't happy with this. And it is a very, very aggressive, sort of, I don't know what you'd say, a physical, a mauling fight, a wrestling fight, if you like, for patches. But clearly, this was, for the referee, this was a bridge too far, because he then disqualifies Montana Love. He says, no, I've had enough, you're out. Now, the question, of course, is, was that an overreaction or to what was a fight filled with physicality? Not just Spark. I mean, Montana Love was, when Spark got up close, Montana Love was looking to grab and hold, and he was looking to, so it was a very, very physical fight. Should he have been disqualified? Montana Love said, "It's like I picked him up and threw him out of the ring. I didn't do that." No, you didn't throw him out of the ring, but you did push him out of the ring. And yes, I know there was a mauling sort of wrestling thing going on, but I don't know. I'd have liked to have seen the fight carry on, but I can understand that why the referee stopped the fight, why he disqualified Montana Love, because that's a very dangerous thing to do, to push a guy over the top rope out of the ring. Now, Eddie Hearn, who was Montana Love's promoter, said, "Oh no, that was a terrible decision, absolutely terrible decision. There's a lot of arguing going on, both corners, blah, blah, blah." And then they interviewed the fighters afterwards, and Steve Spark is very, very sort of gregarious. He says, "Thank you to Cleveland. I've had a great reception. Thank you very much. Well done to Montana Love, and we were having a great fight. I'd like it to have continued." Blah, blah. So he's saying all the right things. He's being very diplomatic. Montana Love less so. No. He was being dirty from the word go, and his corner was backing him up. And so it seems to me like a rematch is imminent. They've got to have a rematch and sort this out, because it feels like unfinished business. And I think Steve Sparks said something like that. Well, to me, the rematch is natural. They're probably going to do it again, and I think it'll be a good fight again. I mean, this was shaping up to be a very, very entertaining fight, but it was very physical, and it would have been interesting if it continued, to see how Montana Love could have done with the cut. That looked like it was on his mind a little bit. But yeah, I mean, a good fight. I mean, go and look at it on DAZN to tell me what you think, because I thought it was I want to see a rematch with this one, because I thought it was a very sort of scrappy fight in places, but at the same time there was a tension to it which was very, very appealing, and I wish it had gone on a little longer, to be honest with you. But anyway, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. If you're new to the channel, and you could subscribe, that would be fantastic. Thank you, as always, for listening in. Like the video if you liked it. Hit the dislike button. Life's about choices. But anyway, have a look at this fight on DAZN. Leave your comments. I always enjoy reading your comments, and thanks for your time as always. I'm going to go to bed now. I've done the graveyard shift. Take care of yourselves. We'll speak again soon. Bye for now.